2AR FE rear wheel drive, 5-speed. That's going to be fun, I'm pretty sure. Hello, Bill, Bourbon Professor. May change that, I don't know. Let's talk about a car build that I'm doing. Let me enter it. Apparently now cars have to have names. Not really sure why. I'm going to call this one S-Box. It says on there 15,253 miles. So pretty fresh. Came out of a 2014, I don't know if it was Camry. I think it was Camry. And you'll notice that it has a flywheel and a clutch and pressure plate, because this little dude is going to be a rear wheel drive. So there's the engine, and I'm going to mate it up to that world-class T5. You take the front half of, this is the front half of an automatic transmission that came out of a, went to the U-Pull-It yard, pulled it out of a 2006, I believe, Scion something, and I think that engine tag said it had a 2.4 in it. I will say I scrounged around until I found one that had the engine out of it, because I didn't want to pull the engine just to get the front half of the automatic transmission, because I was going to do like a bell housing from like a 2.8 Chevy motor or something like that, but your starter, that was a headache for me. So I was like, well, you know what, if we go to this bell housing, starter will work. It will bolt up, because it bolts from the transmission side instead of the engine side, you know, like normal stuff maybe. Anyway, so this was the front half of an automatic transmission, and then I put my sculptor hat on and removed everything that didn't look like a bell housing, and ended up with this. So I just went to town with a bandsaw and a reciprocating saw, and then cleaned up the edges with a angle grinder and a flap disc, and yeah, I got through it in a place or two, but that's okay, because nobody cares, or it doesn't matter. So then from here, I got to have a plate to mount the transmission to. So I solved that. I am solving that problem with this piece of aluminum that I guess I kind of have to admit, I had it laying around. Cardboard template for the transmission, transferred to your adapter plate, C-clamp it, hold on, take the machine shop to let them cut the big hole out to shoulder up on the transmission. When you get it back, you can C-clamp it to the transmission, use transfer punches to transfer where the bolt holes need to be, drill them, then you can bolt it on there, and then at some point you're going to have to hang this back into the clutch and pressure plate, which is the picture now. That's not what's going on in this one, but you'll have to do that to get your bell housing and the adapter plate clocked. And once you get it clocked correctly, then you'll need to put a couple marks on it, which is coming up, so you can keep that centered up. That's what you see here. I did that in a couple places. I just took a picture of the one because I could not find a good place to clamp the bell housing to the adapter plate as it was to transfer those bolt holes. So in the next picture, you'll see I have an extra set of hands. The adapter plate is underneath it, and you use whatever you can. I had to scrounge around. Yes, that is the harmonic balancer off the 2AR to center up where the pump would be. That keeps it centered on the plate, on the adapter plate, and then with it clocked, transfer punch those holes. I had another set of hands holding that down so it wouldn't bounce around, and then you can drill them and